Hey guys, it is Mark with Hackworth SEO, and today we're going to talk a little bit about on-page optimization for your local business's website. And so this is me, and this is us. I'm going to go ahead and take you to our site briefly, just so you can see. Yep, here we are. And like it says right there on the site, we're about getting you to spend more time answering your phones instead of working on your website. So that's just a little about us. So, um, like I said, on-page optimization, we're going to get some information from Moz, who is a industry leader when it comes to talking about optimization on-page, off-page for businesses. So, we're going to look a little bit of what they have to say, and so we'll just go right there now on their website. On-page ranking factors. All right, so this is an article on their website that you can feel free to go check out. It's moz.com/learn/SEO/on-page factors. And this video, we'll put a link to that as well in the description. But there's a good bit of information that you can find on there, but we're going to hit the basics. And what we're going to do actually is just look up a random business in a random city, basically, and take a look and see if they hit some of these things, and so you can see what to do for your own site. But if you know anything at all, title tag, having that set, your URL needs to be relevant to what people are trying to find, and the content of your page needs to also reflect. So down here they have an example of Super Mario World. So if someone's searching for that, they're going to find lots of information on that particular page. And image alt text, which we'll take a closer look at that here in just a minute. All right, so we'll go ahead and switch over to our example. No, that's not the one. All right, we want to make sure we get the right page here. That way we can see what we're doing. All right. Oh, that was strange. All right, so we're going to share out this. Okay, so here we go. Still didn't do what I wanted to do. Sorry for the technical difficulties here, folks. All right, now we've got what we need. Sometimes technology is awesome. All right, plumber, Columbus, Ohio. I just kind of like, all right, let's try that out. And so we're just going to look for there's one right here, the Waterworks, trusted Columbus, Ohio, plumbing, and we'll see what else. So obviously they're probably doing some pretty good job because they're on the front page of searches for Columbus, Ohio, and plumber. And so we're just going to look at some of these elements that Moz just referred to in this article that I'll link to as well. But we'll look at a little bit of code to see what's what. But generally, this large text here is going to be what's called the H1 title text. We're going to inspect that just to verify. And you'll see under here, and it highlights, but it is an H1. And right in that text, it talks about plumbing and Columbus. So there's two of the key things that we searched on, and it came up for this particular business. And of course, we talked about the content. So if we will go through this information, we can see, they're talking about plumbers, or referring to just general plumbing, and then they have other services that they're offering. So there's that as well. So this is a fairly big company, it seems to be. So they have HVAC, restoration, and many different things that they're offering. But this particular page does have the elements needed for plumbing, as it talks about commercial plumbing company in Columbus. So there you go. It's got the content. Now, for instance, image alt. Now, the way Google sees what's in the content of a picture, so to speak, is the alt text, which is in HTML. So we'll see if there's a this is a commercial plumbing service. So this is a picture. It looks like a Columbus. So we'll inspect this. And as far as I can tell, they don't have a specific alt. This is alt data. And it really just has the same thing as what the name of the file is, which works here because it's got commercial plumbing needs. So they've kind of hit two birds with the stone, so to speak, because you can name your image the same thing as the keywords, and that's what they've done, and their alt text is exact same. So you'll see this information here and here is the same thing. You can also just set this to the text that says commercial plumbing needs instead of the whole URL. Either way, seems to be working pretty good for these guys, as they have great rankings for their site. And so also for this particular page, it's just their main URL, so it doesn't actually say anything about plumbing or Columbus, but they may have an interior page that also ranks well for that. We'll go back out here and see maybe another example of a Columbus plumber that could have, see, Roto-Rooter, that you can see this here. They have locations, Columbus, Ohio. That's helping out the title right here, Columbus, Ohio. That's that H1. Let's see if there's another Calhoun Plumbing. So there's the name there. And then Plumber Columbus, these guys. So that's also what Moz was referring to when you want your URL to reflect, as much as possible, the keywords that people are looking for. So let's head back to what was our ranking report here. So yeah, an ideally optimized web page. So hyper relevancy is huge to whatever page you're developing. It has the subject and the title tag, subject and the URL, subject and the alt text, specify subject several times throughout the text. And so that's all being very relevant to what people are searching for. And then you provide unique content on the subject that links back to its category page, subcategory, homepage. So that's if this is all on the same site. So you have, maybe a specific type of plumbing, for instance, emergency plumbing or whatever it is, that also links to the general plumbing, which would then but also link back to the homepage. So that just builds a good link structure within the site. So there you go. That's some basics on-page optimization that should help any local business to find what they or do what they need to do. And like I said, check out Moz for more great information and on this specific thing. All right, guys, have a good one. We'll talk to you later.